Hi, welcome friends. I'm Amy Sandine, Executive Director at Prairie Loft Center for Outdoor and Agricultural Learning here in Hastings, Nebraska, and welcome to the first in our series of Food and Farm Fridays. We're going to be doing this every week with stories and activities and exploration outside, all based on farms and food, with ideas that then you can extend with your family to do at home and outdoors and learn all about food systems and farming and other aspects that you might not think about every day. So today we're going to read Seed, Soil, Sun. Wow, that's a great start. We'll see how this goes. This is a great book that tells all about systems and food and people and earth and sun, and let's get into it. Seed, soil, sun. A few seeds, a little soil, a ray of sunshine, a splash of rain, a breath of air. This is Earth's recipe for the food we eat. Nearly all of our food comes from seeds planted in the soil, moistened by the rain, and warmed by the sun. Tomatoes, peppers, potatoes, and peas all begin as tiny seeds. Apples, pineapples, melons, and mangoes start with seeds too. In fact, almost all plants on Earth grow from seeds. Each spring, farmers plant millions and millions of seeds in the soil, wait for good rains and warm sunshine, then watch their fields turn into food for harvest in the fall. Some crops grow into food for people, and some are fed to animals. Then the animals provide us with milk, meat, eggs, and other products. Our fields are going to look like that really soon, right out these windows. More corn seeds are planted each year in the United States than any other kind of seed. Whether it is sweet corn in a backyard garden, field corn in a section of land that measures a mile across or more, or popcorn in a big bowl, it all begins with a little seed. Did you know field corn, sweet corn, popcorn are all different seeds, all different plants? Pretty cool. The beginning of a new plant is curled up inside each seed. Moisture from the rain filters down to the buried corn seed, softening its skin and causing it to swell and split open. Part of the seed, the root, grows down into the soil. Another part of the seed, the shoot, reaches for the sun. See that? There's the root coming out of that little kernel, that's the seed. And once that gets nutrients from the soil, it starts being able to send that shoot right up into the sun and starts growing larger above ground. A corn seed doesn't look like much, but look out. When it is placed in good soil and the sun shines and the rain falls, the seed germinates or sprouts. It takes only a few weeks for the sprout to turn into a gigantic corn plant with roots reaching down over 6 feet into the ground. So check that out. This is a 6-foot ladder with the girl standing on it. 6 feet is also how deep those roots go under the soil. Amazing. Soil is another ingredient needed to make food. This tiny layer of our earth is made up of silt, sand, and clay, along with minerals, dead leaves, twigs, and a zillion tiny organisms. Each handful, oh get this is the coolest fact ever. Each handful of soil contains more living things than all the human beings on Earth. Check it, amazing. It's true too, I know, it's hard to believe, but it's absolutely true. Microscopic one-celled bacteria that munch away on dead leaves and insects in the soil are so minute that it would take 1,000 of them lined up in a row to reach across the head of a pin. 1,000 of them. They use the energy stored in the leaves, roots, twigs, and insects, recycling nutrients that feed the corn. The earthy odor of rich soil is bacteria at work. All those tiny organisms, remember? That's what they're doing. Also, earthworms, amoebas, mites, and moles live in the soil. As they search for food, earthworms slither through the dirt, eating debris and discharging it as a rich natural fertilizer called castings. They leave behind an underground network of tunnels that allows air and water to filter in. The air and water help the plant roots breathe and grow. What's worm poop called? Castings. So, when you're eating your food next, it's all down to worm poop. Thank a worm. Seriously. The soil provides a home for the seed, but the seed only has enough energy inside it to push the new seedling out of the soil. Then the sun takes over. Sunlight is a key ingredient in Earth's food recipe. Plants are the only living things that can use the sun's energy to grow. In a food web, they're called producers because they use that energy and then produce more energy for animals to eat and grow. Amazing. Plant leaves are nature's food factories. Cells within the leaves absorb energy from sunlight, carbon dioxide from the air, and water through the plant's roots. Get that? So cells in the leaves absorb energy from sunlight, carbon dioxide from the air, take a deep breath, get those nutrients, and water through the plant's roots. I'm feeling thirsty, are you? Then these ingredients combine in a chemical reaction that creates sugar for the plants to grow and releases oxygen into the air for people to breathe. It's like we get energy from food, they get energy from sun, water, and light and air. I bet you know what that's called, right? I'm gonna read about it. The way plants turn sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide into sugar is called photosynthesis. And plants are really good at it. In fact, when they make energy, they make more than they need. They store the extra energy in their leaves, stems, flowers, fruits, roots, and seeds. Our food from plants. All that energy just for us. When you eat lettuce, you are eating a leaf. When you eat celery, you are eating a stem. When you eat broccoli, you are eating flower buds. When you eat apples or tomatoes, you are eating fruits. Got that? You might think a tomato is a vegetable. It's actually a fruit because the seeds are inside. When you eat carrots, you are eating what? Yes, roots. When you eat sweet corn, you are eating seeds. Remember, we started the book all about that. And when you drink milk from a cow, you are drinking food made when the cow eats plants like grass, corn, and soybeans. So all of those plants started in the soil, and even food that comes from animals that we eat started in the soil as well. Again, worm poop. All food starts with the soil, isn't that cool? All these foods begin as seeds. The seed starts the plant. The soil feeds the plant. The sun, the air, and the rain combine to grow the plant into food. And as they grow, all of Earth's plants produce oxygen for us to breathe. When the plants are harvested, they provide food for the world and new seeds to begin the cycle once again. Watermelon, yum. So when you're eating with your family at the next meal, think about what you're eating and where it came from, if it started with a seed in the soil at any point during its cycle. And think about, are you eating a root, a seed, a stem, a leaf, a fruit? All of those things that you can talk about and figure out, do a little food detecting and see if you can trace your meal back to seed, soil, sun. Talk to you soon. Bye.